This is a crazy change to starting five. This is a crazy change. Sophie Cunningham in for DeWanna Bonner. Wow. Now, this is something I did not see. I did not project to be happening. However, this might make a bit more sense than we might think. Because if you know anything about DeWanna Bonner, even from last year, DeWanna Bonner is fine with coming off the bench. She's absolutely fine with coming off the bench. And if you guys don't remember, when they were trying to figure out how to use Breanna Maybury in Connecticut, DeWanna Bonner was the first player to say, I'll come off the bench. Like, she was the first person to try come off the bench to try see if they could figure out Breanna Maybury. Maybe they're just trying to figure out lineups. Maybe DeWanna Bonner is like, I'm 38. It might be good to come off the bench for a year. We have 44 games. Maybe I'll play 25 minutes because, like, I'm going to have to go on guard quite well. I'm going to have to play defense. Maybe that's what they're thinking. Because I genuinely think that this kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense from the perspective of Indiana. However, I still think you would start DeWanna Bonner anyway. People are saying in the comment section, bring Kelsey Mitchell off the bench. Like, no. DB is a star. They're all stars. She's not good enough shape. She doesn't need roster spot. Like, someone just say, did someone just argue that DeWanna Bonner doesn't need a roster spot? Oh my god. I'm gonna be checking some of the quotes. Obviously on live, I gotta be careful looking at quotes. But should be dependable vet as part of the second unit. Don't care, it's a preseason game. I'm looking at a lot of people that are just saying they've seen it coming. Sophie gonna be in the starting five. Prefer Howard off the bench. Just like Steph White Cook. And the thing with Howard off the bench, this is absolutely no opinion. This is my guess. This is a guess. I don't know anything. Natasha Howard, a person who comes into the year, you don't want to piss off the person who comes into the year saying they want to win MVP. Just my opinion. You don't want to piss off the person who came in to say, when you need everybody, I want to win MVP. DeWanna Bonner, is going to be completely fine. Lexi Hull in the starting five is something that's probably not going to happen barring injury. Lexi Hull is genuinely just a hustle player who can hit an open jump shot from the corner. That's realistically. Like, Lexi Hull's a good player. I genuinely do think Lexi Hull as a Michaela Timpson's making the team. I'm sorry. I just saw this. They're hyping up Michaela Timpson in the pregame. They are 100%. They are 100% keeping Michaela Timpson. But yeah. That is a big surprise to see in preseason. However, you just never know. You just never know what's going to be happening with the Fever. But a bench lineup, why is Jaylen Brown still there? Just because Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark are a little bit banged up to give minutes, I guess. Why not cut? No team is going to pick up Jaylen Brown, so why not cut her? Cut her a little bit later. But, like, this squad right here, I like it. And if it doesn't work, go back starting Dawana Bonner. If they want to start her instead of Natasha Howard, I think Natasha Howard would be pissed. So, according to Stephanie White, she said they're starting to build layers into their offensive attack and defense coverage. In today's preseason finale, she wants to work on lineups and rotations for about 3 quarters. Her goal is for the team to be completely settled in by All-Star. Okay, which is fair. Which I actually don't mind. Like, I actually like that that mentality, because the Fever aren't going to be great right away. And people expecting them to be, well, you know what, they might be. Sure, who am I to say whether or not the Fever are going to be good? They actually might be great straight away. But, yeah. Someone said sides created the start of a great team. The Fever are big. Yeah, you know, Lynn Dunn for taking the 2 most obvious number 1 picks in history. Because Lynn Dunn didn't take Cam Brink and Diamond Miller at number 1. You see Bonner starting by the playoffs. I can see Bonner starting game 1. I think Bonner is going to be starting game 1, but I think they're going to look at this lineup here. I think they're going to look. Maybe this could be a thing where it's like Natasha. It gives them an excuse to take Natasha Howard off first, maybe, if Dawana Bonner's coming in, or I don't know. Maybe they want to see how Sophie looks in his lineup, and then if they end up taking Caitlin Clark off first, they like Sophie Cunningham slides to the 1. Because you just never know what's going to be happening with the Fever. You just never know what's going to be happening. But this was a shock. This was an absolute shock to the lineup. People coming to my chat saying they thought I was going to win King of the Court. I actually played my last game before I went live, and I lost by 1. Or I lost by 2, and had I won the game, I would have went number 1. Devastated. But, yeah. Better spacing. Dawana Bonner's knockdown. I don't know who you think Dawana Bonner is. Dawana Bonner's a shooter. Yeah, I like that she's experimenting. What I didn't like was when they ran Coulson at the 1. I did not like that. I did not think that Sydney Coulson at the 1 was a smart thing game 1, and it nearly lost him the game. But, like, I'm happy with some changing. I'm happy with some switching up. Surely it's good to play Hull with Clark. She can get the reads off double teams. She can defend. So can Sophie Cunningham. And Kelsey Mitchell is just, you know, the better of the two of all the players right now. But yeah, honestly, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Cunningham is a good thing, Cunningham starting, or do you think it's a bad thing? But anyway, yeah. Let's enjoy the game. Starting in a few minutes.